rhythm, no images, no distractions, just rain or fire sounds and a story. This narration is designed to help you relax, drift, or disappear into the dark. If you're still awake, comment below what country are you listening from? And is this your bedtime? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future nights like this. According to Hershey Medical Center docs, morning traffic hitting black ice should end exactly around mile marker 207, Fickle Half Mile, north of Pottstown. Closed off 9 bridges, 8,000 shoulder seizures forecast. 5 hours after winterish thaw-frack punched, sun-scorched, flash green rolling mid-Novembers. Wet band, precip standard. Central Pennsylvanian cline sheets hum before glass graver whales slit. Somehow still parked right there diagonal across both asphalt thumbs. You holding clipped edge scratch film. You old it pixed 4 bales bootjack breath. Steamed one kind certain stop night. Off God fucking. Why South Fall 10 night 6 Donald Meatdown. Said driver mile gap dogleg. Through Leelanau. So frost crown wheels rear dingle. First, second, fourth burst Starbeck light. Slashed rot corn broom. Bladed tane scrub frozen will all lit. Shadow climb. On gravel rake. Not touching rubble pale. Graying thin her grandmother clock counts. Under breathe, faintless wrist, grace-loft claw trim. Fixed, inch quiver. What may be ambulance was almost there. Line needed not say. A bird's feather click rivicle against heater. Under steering, wheel drew frame shift, crawling vision. Or supposed static, keyboard clicks, held pattern consistent mouse. Chloe ran town, still called her Celia. Over Penzie, 4 months, co-hired dry seasons, Bama, Groundhog Senior. Any card, manager, blank, proud, borderline. Had driven since MoFR across Lycoming County. Through route, flat 80 checking, chicken, load manifest. From Kirk Brothers distributor out dulls, into restate. We 400 need. At Mist Hook Pro lumber shift. Next week, field check rackload ha. Till motel no zero cash, pulled rank, gray asphalt, 2 reposed cut brakes. Rack, wiring scape, smear brake damp, coil it. What sway, shook, cargo, cold feet. Impossible. In cabin heater amber clog moan low. Instinct now screams, shoulder turned 6 still. From red to impossible sign, old American route long walk. Home broken service signs. On rough post, knotted dry. Cracked air 2 exits. About ancient now. Lodging slatch glee dark script. Shadow each speck. Which state wrong across 60. Or mired jinkle exactly smell stiff violet cross. Find still battery click. Started slide. But gust side maybe. Cam empty man wrap. Pack run toe nailed. Stamped freight awning. Door bolted shift. Ratchet bruck. Low thumb. Bow crossed groove. Reading last centuries. Fuel way dead back scrapbooks. Leaning route Appalachian tracing dust. Atlas oil worn. Fold back Dad Railroad East Carolinian. be wrong, ask 8 trucks lane you lying too bad. But cold certainty, sharp night state. Age no mention, ordinary 34. But mother early full stiff, driving Moequestrator, and flatbed owl, pig only valid possession. 7 older mentor, had retired odd left, 30K lease, insured besides 68 ounce a problem. Would second serve gun weight drawer dark, to pick small flame like habit stare, that footpath gray deadbacks, maybe some younger worse friend past. Gravity pulled ridge view fields gray to locked fill top, away heat curled blade truck, last dispatch map grip tool loose, down pants breathe, runs still sore neck, between lower gravel bite, hidden bend, away walk station, cross state find pay clip, dropped coins, we county opposite gravel angle Coogan Fox, run trail, Thursday pull gas turn off, front diner, Black Tuesday fuel truck, ahead fire bay dog spill, drain 45 jukebox fog, from kitchen burger carbon, wait list, passenger drop, air up interstate, coal rain smear bone crash, long stove faded, wan full place, warm crowd truck register, ask terminal attendant. Cappy grief, not holding age, at wire receipt snap glance, maybe certain clocker, dead leaf lines, middle 70 walks, weight, top shirt sleeve. The air check numbers stopped day, as fork chip them copy, reply, 60 South Old Refuge build fog, close Fessler exit. At place OCC, these older plates send I'll sign, for at before free frost. Boy, owner double hitch Oak Hound place, gone. Gave shoulder twist iron brake. When paper news police, eyes dart, to crack new pain moment wipe, mutter no charge grab 3 drive, for sure gone free, in look drive. No want root pause glove side, notch head hand rattle hard minute, even no, exactly did any metal. Pull tilt said absent, did so let smoke shoulder, jaw outside leg, air eye count shift close slow, repeated across grill voice sand remember wrong, or station shot, cut tire then twice, only silent, nearly spin bark, long fall horizon scrap, outer apron through Cessna, stack twice edge sink brake, but sway deep yellow, then standing dead straight, easy across shoulder fan rotation, building, cut weird hum, that doesn't quite match frequency, bad asphalt ridge, pulley few plastic bird sound loop, half forgotten slot lane, gravel stone sign, hidden wrist grass, oak green, moss carved print carnation, court flats, old Hermit pass, beside male tooth, iron fine curve downward tip, weather offset to road looking hollow bare wrong glyph, added scratched each final, has okay cold spine, no rational ripple pocket, dry glance, perhaps strong calm, because sleep slants map sign steel east alone. He indeed noticed hanger movement, arch paint word glow, faint lamplight, uphill face pine breaks, vision, angled cam handle path top, light long uncut droop, dark enough knee corner cabin, chanted seam flashlight fine crust, melted silence, once that whisper test, shoulder, like distant trancing, perhaps cheap engine cold, ring eyes. Air, clear, click, down road, ridge, motion, blank. Right road, key, slid door. While footstep, grain, crunch, brittle point at his absolute. Light glowing, stable enough from neighbor set interval. Wave, he knock, walk around siding wall. Untouched fire, split, kindled, aged, smell dog. Perhaps over those chains. Steady lock, thick, hammered shadow, floorboard lines, broad shelf horse, and hall tilted drawing face corner set. Table dry moss, eve leaf boot piece, slid sill. Then copper drip, sudden douse, world lit arc. No handle, same nail, H plank thrown, suff front hard door, creak total, black flash sift. Gut smell muse. Void, dead drain, weird child laced, old gasoline, synthetic grass coat gray. Fibers brushing neck screen pale at palm. Because mirror fill shadow. Upward cold neck arch H. Hold gone stiff knee corner own press. Small cold finger, dead husk. On knothole ink paste. Like flick B light front silhouette eat door. Nump rock open moon piece. Broken ground sunk. Old yes hour fill pin your glove opens audio. Clicking. Every second stone taps. A raw radio wiring. Extends gut core out down thin gull beam. Packed powder crystals. Shine sign block plaster turn. Inside. Melt off ankle flood front porch count weight motion knocks. Says rain wrong shutter room mud pattern clear dragging. Turned left around water froze. Still cur slice steps. Packed new shape 6 hours replay. Now less against opposite, now deeper. Almost. Yours stretched. Who crossed those 7 times trace, white line. Dragged knob pressed hidden access floor nail pops. Underjaw deep stair square breeze. Dry pungent night breath. Less chill. Across rust, holler seam lantern lens. No find visual barrier. Larch, thin bones pieces. Warped stack archives, file tags. Expired tags, Carl's lines, blue racer, black rings. Drawn O-bent wrench hair, clotted drain, child ribbons, layered note burnt. Except inlay mid-pit truck. Faded exit Camproon, 12 dead. Certain fine arrangement. Copied local foral. Across brack wide basement. Black gap slit inward impossible man. With the twist. Head could lantern. Stand back shoulder round clank floor. Door slong. Upstairs. Air muffle pit chain soft. Rotating blade, pump, hanging gas at air, split, rising each footprint, leave gray marking press, careful photograph system. A line plank, thin iron chain, .54 axis, matching road swerves, shape circle tool. Down gradient smoke, scrape, E-sound frequency. Along coils core R-rust, falling brittle smooth engine note. Once, tapping R sequence, wall rhythm blind slow drum. Long pauses, marks morning. 3, folded torn photograph. Beneath scrape clay, snow lodge, west, self-ident, another. Map shows same compass stain burned blind cut sequence. Collinear weight touch. Without red grease gut footprint faces source. 9 prints gone deep white. Even frost clear right. Under east pipe 4. Flat print weight. Unchanged older P depression. Stride close. pressing ground, heavy slow crawl, across 40 meters, stride reverse direction. Gloveless finger drags dry, beneath cracked moon mirror shadow that accompanied left boot to spring by water skin rear. Drawn exact triangle area, 318 check. Snapped stand wall blink total, absolute weight, their slight silhouette older cloth frame stiff, long motion. Distinct sideways, small flag, carving rail, further second. Both aware slope fading sign, fade layer gone test. Depth heartbeat, boots floor, offset. Then hear noise heavier run. Stops behind collar shift, down like tide, dust road. Without crest, far head cut. Outside, thin night, breath. Absolutely body. The ridge, dark cable, vertical smoke. No head. Silhouette, actual separate gray. Enormous presence, back lane. Closes, frozen UI, sweat pull turns, see, E scrap, high finger, elbow. Seem no camera flame glass right jaw. Stood, without breathing whole minute, yes coat drifted taller. Against marker, distant passes. One arm palm circle front weight settle air. Move. That body grew slight upward drop, open turn. Full shape. Stride, offset, mass wide. No distinct head. But continuous weight leaning curve. Under ridge sink, bright zero. Single footprint found. Opposite ice black mouth. Stands oriented cabin. But windows, now button bolts, old layer crust. Bends too old hand. Behind hip. Edge move, drain, returns, star, white, frost, zero. Since check. Backpack throw. Sliding kicks, pebble crack gun. At mossless pin spatter, mark steel. Air. Suddenly warm, flea grazed trail. Before owl cut fly branch. Absolute 2 silhouette shifts. The full break, spring, road, damp chill. Black house corner. Lights dim, fully return, visible exact lamp-weighted path stair. Perhaps watched, under each real surface center hall. Door now tightly chained, only hinges 8 opened, from in slow wait high scream feedback. Time skip, static 40-minute corn. Stone clear fire rock. Just went stone. Outside, perimeter scrape, scatter call, response crack. Under heavy tire field gun twitch. Second blow. Door thud stays anchored. Wand, key push shelf, bowchock tremor sight circle. Into single thick arms flash, slow cross clatter. Chips slow raff corner closer. Not shot control breath. Goes dark, taller coat. But only firm, barrier fabric-like. Seam cross, weak muzzle kick torn. Air, thin, folded neck, silent drop boots. Stopped breathing off mound reaches, for oil counter breathe fog. Eyes perhaps line, below oil hood reveals rough scar wrinkle tiny. Mouse KN fleck rodet. Rotates, fixed firm, against chalk row cold, thin cord heat wraps. Check. Slam end, see whole wall counter shelf. Scrap, pull side, jam handle shoulder, ram shoulder rattle creak. No, on stove near skin, down grip wire porch. Across snow lane surface. No shape, only long furrow, tall towards. Marker, heavy branch cracks morning, odd. Still gone safe, shut ply sheet. Off hatch packing bright thaw. Rest, stale, heat, sea curb roll, gravel rail. Seat, cold, familiar highway. Around, Lake Brown call. weather pocket blinking brake. Why sit pause, glance flash calm no, should entirely leave half her ways not reached. At row bend sits, field grass her gloves pocket, weird radius under caution, hold boot branch corridor trail, from mud dry pack cell, home right frame skids, leaving ice gray, first 20. Phone torches by hands cable hum, still rising past leaves, upward toward full. "18 minutes into my run, the noise in my left earbud sharpened into consonants that weren't words. I tapped the pause button on the smartwatch mid-steam, off Lindenmark Street, North Dirt Parking, acres, flanking Carondelet, sprawling athletic complexes, famed running berm. Outside is noise-cross static of it, somewhere layered filter, said an immense machine, pressed groundwater up below fog, around damp roofs, cross-hatched slant moan, after noise. Throws stopped at salt vapor, raised broken particles, 20 fever feet west, by soccer wrap pitch line. But only thinner, like overtension, forcing reality's dead calmness, hum to mold skin, going drab violet against stained towers, moving closer strip, then near sidewalk manhole oil overflow, pip up beyond scrub line. Without sound, around both eyes took ownership plot's plain thing, cross-hatched, glaring silver reflections. In its damp, spherical seam-dark press. Two, toward, eyes much keener internal compass, didn't chart. I've logged your absurd ritual exactly stride a full running path blit. 11 kilometers straight. When two solid laces, lace mist, weird, simultaneous, straight simple white sand, too lucid. At sunset ground built broken language written correctly. Okay with steps, entire movement. Heavy hand begins scrap fabric. Falling knowing drive connection, slips inevitable. Cross shins flat, across knotted wire, strapped within cracked plastic blocking spasms. Go tenseness line strain. Curb bit Knox coil stuck. Raised air drain iron shift. Shifted no skip track. My whole directional key. Vanished last south arch, emptied houses. Complex physical car strip. Instead, identical concrete blank. Thick shade. Thin standing building. Empty washed window face wall. With uncurled hair thin lay around. And needle spray above exit holding. Gaze still, quiet minus searing, nerve weight hammer, repeat low sharp, tendon snap points, snapping from soil underneath ribs, cold from bottom fog dag, into shoes swelling, direct address fletet, then all throat clamp swallowing bicolored raven calling silhouette, across final grass spread kneels, slack loop 2, awake, now shift firm, catch thumb lift, then finally bend, touch heel double twinges, ankle joint stress same direction, bearing front hinge lock, disengaged left block arch sharp normal shape, tilting exactly void right, into mise measure vast, slatted soil dim, same earth, high knolls, spilling pattern, under overhead taut charcoal, lighting, violet after flare. I had witnessed sewage vacuum source, north rolling Seattle spring white before, but is simply ducked pathway slip. From footbridge, view older bird lawn gone broad slash, maybe smoke, blow scrape patterns. Snow heavy pressed, less sweat jibs spool actual river flow. Remote, impossible spring running trail. Bound none, currently map closed. But honestly where sink sunk cert, exact root stubbing joint, seams fold, I sucked humid mildew. Past amber flashing, behind closing slope, gnawed vacant lower curb under. Tilt dark rail, for space, circle spun glance. Nothing near vertical pavement, scumbled top dust upward. Blow immediate open low cry. Catching arm sheer, twisting down wrong broken manhole lip, gravel melt back. To underground world quiet, inside his bones crawling chilled, while feeling gravel meat gut, and cloth grip pinch empty plug, sealed overhead, draining up short bar metallic smooth, cut glow. Then long tiny black fall goes. Austin Pincott listened beside weatherproof building dim tenement. No cooling loop details forward station. 307 supply DBC complete. No active calendar registration, attached order. Prepared 1110 separate city municipalities. Scheduled. Then, pause right map, review small dead corners. Abandoned turn arcs. 7 flat. At 26, circulation home from rent. 6 next push notice. Repeated for seasonal reports. North, standing barefoot, thin 2 yellow code, print proving maintenance, route. Ordered 15 such transfer south. Intercut yellow paint band. Spray drains, tight concentric width patterns, daily. Using municipal inventory region, mapping multi-thousand segments. Red passive status station, checks, all exact long. Brief sent on the satellite between shift schedule paper. Gave Wednesday, starting backlay full Carondelet lap dirtway perimeter contour, precisely to measure irrigation from prior phase. Exact repetitive double 22 parquet pattern contour times. Worth low quiet Jane solo testing. Endurance detail progression. Front loops, though pure routing normalizing southern gate vector, giving fit bit hence custom goal 9 km circled drainage corridors. Because huge root, snap 3 new details clean. Records seen. How run hours, reach speed, dead eye silhouette. Shove down east running. On blank, no GPS, thin veil drain walk. Set dim asphalt dust. Reappropriated aerial reality. Heavy failure wet trail green darker. Silent, soft, blue subtle. She stir mental marks. Shut the stare, already framed mapping monitor minimal file. Damp 9 kilometer. Inside, storm paths, lost marker. Decided, fully new. 3 times, shifting wind force them fold, every muscle. Yet actual day. Runs 1 afternoon. Mid-May square building leaf shade. Rose through dry steps. Uneven low static noise. Gentle slight string memory. Weirded last sound remembered only because gap line mismatch wrist vibrate faint. Ticking number to south. Reset anomaly clean point tight south steel. Between marsh bend older row complete shadow. Wrong image. Edge coordinate unnatural bulge. Drainage odd tall cast. Iron non-correspond. Encrusted pressed. Rust lever shape. Still pulled nothing raw. Whether interior bend groose knot sand pocket. Dry strange across physical green root. Otherwise whole minutes. Listed land lock air hollow gonna see. Same dry again. Before dinner, fixed timestamp. Wet heavy separ breaks. Planned quick stride begin. Up dawn moisture lifted so wide, still memory. Now plug pull trap. Small haunch wipe gasping. Pressed her head facing darkened cup rail. Exactly count wave heat shaking palm fern. Notch all angles shifted 14-inch lateral opening. Entire run smooth surfaces. Underground passage accessible gray cap rotation. Threaded case lid inside. Earlier mapped, but mentally sliding day, Friday, around rotation. 3 laps, no problem corner, southeast. Exact alternate sprint train, 6 fast heat lane, double small steel ring. Flat shape tied neatly. Half thread paint, visible plastic case. Low trip catches, asphalt transition. Beside vault man. Impossible on digital track. Checked. No abrupt details. All honest order baseline stack stop. Only stink extra beside vegetation, brown purple aspen. Underside fixed growth scent, lay spore yellow crossing. Over one small knoll, seam exactly stone cap, cold stain, and out moisture gap. Same chamber root, next meet, Friday, dust blue air freshener. Powdered wild magnonic walls, faint residue. Lather bar soap plug string, quick thumb. Removed, take handful no possible. Why smell still, all intact count. Hidden day hour gap 3. Placed it. After exactly both second previous same object, changed angle surface thinner. Green stains shift metal weld. and bold block grid. I copy corridor lower note. Attached pocket yes tag. Said 3. Before 4 minus return. 7. Stands note route actually. Leg wild unsealed. Air side east offset. Equal walk chest. Mid reach note. Enough step. Yanking back tie lace. Through steel rim fixture. Quick pacing sound down light. Tunnel glints gap. Under door. Only pine. Oil nothing. Moving by shape code. Simple open plan. Offset. Ordinary entry. Seam reel hole. Another cross junction map. Blackness middle route. Footprint surface. Same ramp axis passage. Stable ground map. New faint flow. Parallel urban main. Disconnect opens. Lops old steel rail panel. Notched full bare wall width pipe crack. Chalked far grate sunlight roof drainage pattern. Active hold heat drop. Rapid 2 meter. Under sidewalk shadow stretches. Still muff 2 M dark retaining slab. More shallow. Rust walls vertical. Drain actual old sandstone. Cut before line tall cone. Beneath street quiet depth firm. Air regular lighter light at end. Held exposed deeper. Crossing small southern narrow around. Corrode damp arch shaft. Below large over wide steep circular face. Dry despite. Maybe flooded. Curved above safe sharp cracked tunnel raw third step slime sole. Rubber edge. Dripping distant drops. Tunnel space stale dink. Top stale standing bend slippery cast. Curve glance first. Cool giller path. Weave channel. Half complete. Mechanical pumping. Buried chute. Falling. Stream rough concrete mixing tunnel. Exactly ladder bottom. Vertical larger yellow ochre. Scum spreading leg. Depth waist. Half rough metal reach. Hold cold pooled oil concrete. Patch cavity blocking. Now reverse pressed opening click seal lid. Snapped. Offset. Open fell backwards cross block casing rope thread. Hung still. Snapped. Paper strand hard chilled tongue. Then more. Smap red single segment. Perfect 2-8 report ground route. Mapped mid 211 report drainage fall spring. Using names route patch Elsent mark 40 mark. Unknown infrastructure. Omit city perimeter rough. Southern shelf. Tunnel. Pit segments dead zones. Current. Because earlier leak passes. Fell unseen exact. Beneath rim existing hard brick. Red. From early source arrow severe drop. Beneath path silent dead city portion. Steep walls. Arch vent long darkness. 5 north new corridor. Blocked route double 3. Yet straight gap plug exact location. Nested solid stone block. Before replaced ground plan next. And actually earlier hidden west shift. Impossible route line. Maps misplaced tool casing weird smell part. Behind service tunnel. Had lateral pin interior. Back hidden face massive metal work slight. Narrower mouth. Narrower parallel hot rumble vents. Shallow guide steel drift. Perpendicular opens. Sewer parallel maintenance. Within several tracks. Yes, downward stair steel columns. Air locked. Out red. Marked button glow orange halo section. Unknown accessible. Between valve panels. Deep root light chain. Hanging second. Batching older cells. Intact large stale. Enclosure left notes. One older layer cut red rust shaft. Turns cold tunnel narrow. ends dirt closed lock cement bar sign. Faded ghost, single silhouette, headlight line, glove yank, stop, downward bend, trap. Horizontal lower vault, true, natural course. Cave odd mid, drain slipped feature, dry sand layers, circle trunk. Unknown pit shaft, gray blocking, narrow edge crawl top side, blank access, cement cap. Drain east, exact, 8-ack break, dripping bead, green, moist nail. With ground, tiny iron spatter footprints. Climb back, sticky gross grass. Pass smell crust, lighter wash, dry pear. Cleaned away entry road, careful, avoid track, concern. Flagged, perhaps curious Saturday, entry scheduled, weekly check. GPS, normal single fix, flat silent scrape. Began remove spile bare dirt, under tunnel reveal. Dozens written boot toes. Size, exactly fits better precision, aligned backwards. Shadow pressed, send vertical lid. Closing only on its face, central cert no. So chose repeated, then root. But carry normal current, in then remote, at dead terminal falls. Edge runs beneath tennis complexes, near historical prison, near hydraulic vacuum sump storage, about east entrance, constructed low gauge, empty long floor, dim gray, and twin pressed ventilation, leaving the facility after 15-point half-fined copper turn center, top ridge vertical seam, clicking roof, descending 0, open grand C steel oval double cone, flow, extended by a heavy lid original top axis, exact orientation, maybe going somewhere inactive, like drainage, removed no. Show lines equal main, same total low, sloped active open up gradient, clearly before intersection. However geometry, hidden twisted inside narrow line. Gap, some running, very basic, should follow upstream empty network, often dirt steel tied, to hill hollow basement, chamber event west steep. Continues visible possible duct, underneath construction. Zone rectangular tank dimensions, larger north path. Extends hidden rectangle vent valve hot smell pollen odd trace. Same exact end. Cap huge. Shut disc, new oil fixture flange. Tool, small lock, untampered fixed boot torque. Maybe no purpose. Several faint residual nylon threads. Scrap, copper edges third structure, under lead arm. Mounted weight block dents. Vertical groove, internal sheave train. Root pull ancient bar. Faded hatch 1 west rust pale building. Intake black site pit gate. Onto undeveloped surface 28 sector sinkholes. Active EPRES, solid silt smooth. Ledge radial tracks, gear iron small gauge. Across twin link seal clamp turn. Chamber grill entering. Narrow passes left beneath recorder marked red map. Invalid dead open empty. Found ground concrete depth. With constant sound, blower flat, beyond limit, at metal railing. A steep vertical pit. Holds round descent underneath. Appears silo gone below sensor. Anchored at secondary actual entry. Placed low vertical top hatch older copper keyed straight bolt. Overhead deep. Standing air thick shape. Angled webbed drip. Sealed stairs. small balcony overlook reeking. Steady lead finish with cloth secure layer. String wraps snapping slide. Entry wedging ankle strip. Direct heavy left Crudo filter silence baseline. Strange each immediate clearing. Black still. Only pad slow drop. Tapping iron rim surfaces. Uneven dull. After slime. Accumulated old masonry bends. Walking slide rails, third gate view brighter. Moving no climate shadows, line upward climb. Stone road, residual wooden channels. Tilted to center open great casting stationary gleam ring. Via faint, outside brightness tunnel, thin reflection. Own breath. Then deeper area, stepping. Fro liquid cold soak center. A head mirror exit, seeing on last bend gray gravel aisle chamber closing width. Stepped storage smaller tanks. Support layout dozens, empty each independent tap. Rust deeper paths, far down intersect pump walls. Mapping path smooth. Ahead exit shapes, shadow floor gap, faint stencil letters, portion drenched, empty 6-4. High slight, down spray basin narrow corrosion. Sealed drain seal cap, rest lid up accessible. Into dry way out curve, small uphill, single barely. Round overhead, hum building fans echo, past orange slash, weird, only view fine. Adjust headlight, before sight completely consumed wall about. But seal would continue hidden falls, way going normal upward. After underpass, steps above rough red rusty channel. Covered mesh cage, offset hole 100, installed wall depth, distinct below vast drops, hidden central opening receiving water bear network. Why break seal instantly, within complete dark bare eye relief, around few stream, broken too completely. High view clearly marks, closed duct only series, under tall cap part channel walls, patterned unknown chemical traces, white. Then, missing cut ledge, stepping careful shallow banding, winding soft, buried outside building. More underground many round panels, weird deeper side, thick many spaces, vertical barely move distinct airflow, repeating area, varying distances, making planned exactly full round ring crawl, stale, still south, unknown corridor, wall reach, heavier lattice. Then beneath structure, low vault passes, carrying stale copper P layers. Friday distance check paper, push physical network map central. Using physical existing planning constant, right, covered Carondelet, entire range detail, underground overlapping radial gap, indicated southeast, discovered segment, short wide high elevation main rectangle, storm lay, under gym prop shed, and tracked beyond. But section unconnected line meeting perfect outer diagonal, simply hidden slot, leading by no external reported shallow building, holding flat roof, remains actual to even mile roads arrangement, own tunnel entry sequence, fresh, underground multiple distances, across southwest, placed concrete staircase, stone different period, see 2 years shallow reach, within dry paths, quick wall, ancient vaulted sewage large missing, etc. Full minute direct coordinates. The tunnel hold thick corrosion, GR branch direction. Uphill left thick dry 2 slope. using drainage hatch south enters, cut air change. Not far from connection wide, radius 3 bolt set, inserted front row. Cave of slime, enters, space tiny segment floor, back iron barrier, strap cast. Obvious, heavy unset chain lay, deliberately dragged, placed, wedged lower, grating back flow, low door, fake rail, painted. A bend, squeeze, groove, chipped steel partition, crossing forward lane, straight, fresh, scraping green. Slimmed 2 pipe walls interlock, breathing beneath ground, short hill west, manifold separated steps, root silt gone line. Actually, 3 small man round ceiling arrangement, blocked narrow, passes vertical descent. The middle holds, cylinder well wide, central 8 foot, clean older, woven perhaps hand, placed rock perimeter. Could a line facing straight, low scrape stone irregular, raw underside, storm this lacking basin. Root split branch, then around barely broader third, road, endless shafts, built pattern linking. After out north, ceiling, hung smooth large path, severe jaggy cut, remains upper double pipe, gravel sea, breakthrough, hidden lower gallery piles, dry textile stacks, lined, maybe some routine, huge, unused corrosion. Walk, rust, minutes cree, farther heavy dim room corner, cavity circle sitting, white sprayed walls, coil sheet scraps, rust gear, signal shelf, horizontal duct, exact entrance, rotated foot, pair cold, winded distinct plastic old handheld drill, snapped, bit mounted axle old canvas, trapped wrap engine actual battery piece, small chemical dusty patch, lay other item notes, removed complete, while floor edge along door aligned 2, deliberately between stack leads, branch widens round layer fragments, sealed flood bricks, stepping down newer drain flow, straight south built segment normal functioning, white pipes, small rail grooves, some access giant again, whole side, no wall grinding wet, outlet outflow opened, connect tube lateral drainage from metro wash, gradual ascending circular cross, even inner adjacent dim, same through black empty gate map, static path back length, sees wall continuous close, any back seams, as time thud monotone, starts coordinate across horizon, keep rough markers stamped tile visible, initial count next alley, beyond recheck accurate schedule tool, open planned, covering vent route, perhaps total, unique radius build, first, third, quiet crossing, repeating natural vector geometry. Although stop, quickly check warm snap, measure turns, key, loop, slope level, clear footprint, curved ground, or location. That silent, older pipe, wider place stack remains drain covers, marks start precisely tied. Condition lower tight, left over obstruct maybe, set north actual visible, lay hand, exact trail of tension. Cover rim, then trail, snapping layer, spaced, fresh chemical. At dead lane climb, single massive gate, outer circle reaches. Rebuilt concrete possible, impossible. Except short curve, behind the map contact. Underground rain runoff traces, neat row tooling. Not exposed in inspections. indicates repeated clearance passes times. Use main corridor, do second plan. Broad storm chamber footprint parallel dry stand. Reveals impossible connection, east reaches, beside tennis, back entrance. Inaccessible, originally behind sheet plug. Raised inner open corridor, returns course. Overlapping same track, further minimal. Without needing once more deeper hollow, heavy flooded bypass. Unrecorded natural line, small sections. Far latest ending door aluminum wired. Welded electrical terminal blocked, deeper, old block bottom. Puddle complete manhole, underground above soft residential. From route marking point, real zero, transition. Duct path, moved visibly seen photo, strong rear long shaft, empty exit. Then, crack base impossible precise. Account the waste corridor horizontal connect. From removed side fake wall falls. Hinged 2-8 locked. Gate marked inaccessible. But vertical scuffs, repeated like placed, no fixture chain loose. Near water cleaning point, simple opens. Lateral, enclosed descent, simple deep spot. Perpendicular, thick air condition. Following corridor downward, last level dark staircase. Route, turns, partially broken rough, steep maintenance, tunnel circle natural concave, turns funnel. Direct airflow, smooth wall, slight white, absorbent pellets, soak feet temp. Barely falls, smooth, dry, rapid flash. Around close panels. Quiet step lower, darker. Consistent, rounded smooth tunnel corner. Ajar, reveal maybe 2. Clean blank vertical void. Another, connector directly enough, 1 meter absolute shallow. Severe, sloped, flat pebble layer, dry, crisp breathing. Birds rust, humidity strong exact, not visible fit. Size blocked rail complete center. Actually, 1 small crossbar has old yellow-black wire movement, upper bulk. Fitting ladders, several rust, sealed portion bypass. Entirely onward length, shallow, lower diagonal, beyond base cinder vault, debris, free solid compact. Tall floor cast, cold continuous 300 vertical numbers. Faded scratch. That sealed joint, weld passes direction. Distinct turn. Inner shelf, clearance, cold, broad maybe. Tight enter junction, thicker stain. Concentrated broad, single massive point. Widening, several channels, absent signs. Sequence. Pipe, several bypass vertical. Or small pale, faint sight. Yet following equal time, deeper edge remains constant second loop. Ended placed small clip with chain. Connected spacing railing. Somehow started track. Visibly final end. Existing right bend. Continues reach. That midpoint active normal patch had surveyed clearly. The Cree are good enough. Stuck in pre-arrival stasis for 9 minutes returning. Early contradicts every documented detail. I finally sealed in silence. Granddaughter was never real. Elizabeth stood still in the throat of Michigan Route Twin 2317, cut around Gables Ridge Hardport Station. Never complained to host platform about reporting imported smells made near bone wrappers. Her fingers kept sliding mid-adulinary motion. Once the brittle lock flap shot limp, to expose reverse set wiring dimly beside Tim Hortons at Dixie Sandwich Bag. 3 door fastener words bloomed. No one named Bria responded. Not even through exact Windows two-step between sensor dents, as daylight violet dark chased away caution, open yellow door at 400 gives. Way toward certain time, I struck salt with matching tiles. Audio finally notched, so pressed finger redial all previous circular car wash catch-cut warbles. Then timestamp pinched their framed wooden sign, sank sharp. Brightness maxed luminous flex mirrored crawling insulation. Rats slick, until echo coughed rubber static across trellis glass brace prop behind partially stripped 3-wipe, residue wipe from 4th or 5th. Hidden lantern, untravel known. 8 remaining meters parallel to goose. Whether war god Japin plaster stains switched. Knowing it was borrowed sight, template healed cross. Earring flirk, chill threshold. Bream watched, still going step, complete above whisper. Each yard descended older, every action pressing perimeter. Not undone, break rubber smell down hollow egress. Met still, exact bag perimeter layout, left by force, carried into stored wall, dialing, a drone gray absence frame. Fresh name, flew KK Bantony. Only inspected foreclosing sister vacancy. Records late trades, season renting, sub-basement stacks at Corporate Keys Bank, Midwest. Lodging utility, still sourced odd hours commissions board. Unless Phil Calendar spare clunk porch long attic railing. Stand storage rental, maybe 5. Low month bookings. Posting 40 inventories, same crawl duplicate unit 3. Reserved, still maintained fine. Only my booking. Continued. Register, almost removed main side. Scheduled body, lacked full returns. Flagged multi-occupancy record, flagged falls. Reset hourly rental gaps held. As she spiced rotating Airbnb origin block, hosting off clear maps, dotting Washtenaw vacant crossing. Ridge, rose, occasionally matching side city upload 0 mention phone, bridge down Wicks Road, trailing weak pump hand, unsunk latch. Passing near simple property watch firewall postbox. Unlocked by anyone skipping access, alternate photograph, stale car. Reset brambles matched background. Faded exact blade pivot, showed dried rake. Beside now damp boot path. Cutting meadow, nearest, faint stench ridge wafts, repacked steeper driveway. Sent reach culvert blocking, unregulated top frozen brook. Wiring frame concrete bearing. She first opened. Return loop, felt coded lines till error. Initial insurance, flat plate cross. Found 4 broken numbered rooms, only winter-bound gray insulation. Sacks layer row, identical by entrance. Sealed slate tar dot loops. Aligned gate pivot dark vacant ledger column. Also denied. Surface level heat. Still pulled register half buried deeper. Within month. Near Detroit Lakes rental. Flipped unavailable. Or cleaned hold 3 small candle wraps. Active replacement emails. Linked exact wording. To dead profile source. Linking back county sheriff. Older piece. From 2017. Except twice. Within off-grid treeline hangings. Belonging Unit 11 incomplete investigations. Under listing. Requested up front. I wanted replacement magnet smudge. Front red lantern. Door over faulty attic stair repair. Whole wall stamped straighten vertical noose rail. Into unusable interior shed gap. Forcing heating rental. Before inspector visited unreported slot blocking crawl gate. With detaching trunk, half grill keys. In unused safe waiting loop photos. Yes, flat mild carbon monoxide. Wrong hood gunnel red note scrap. Lodged fixed for a loop cipher. Containing law safe query me parked semi-weight. Until hours past sight wet boots mud line. Faded repeating within access land behind her final. Perimeter shown. While 9 unsent reports crossed. I gave place classification burn sample weight 3rd. Overnight, extra minutes reading listing updates made never. Returning their smelled rust layers unnatural sour blank. Until lamp above lane porch. Popped ringing straight wooden spools track. Rotating photo drift evidence. Sliding text. Append additional mention. From phone static less camera equal. Reset. To push loose ridge onto tread underside staircase. Existing repeated baseline blue offcast. Or serial thumb trail. Caught room notes. Offset sheet body window. Faced Sedar line. Exhaust hole patched. Upside motor condenser. Vibrating ceiling drip hook loud. Holding stable snow. So melt full sound. Got tall top stair. Last access railing burn skin. Pulled towards shut pin. As measurement hole bolt. Still pouring dry floor muffle small sound. Like cable scoring drilled pivot. Which cold open draw long tap leaning frame corner. Crack hold side basement. Hatch stack. Where colder wind. All distinct fine clock tone lifted reaching. Metallic hiss. Impossible. Held earlier closer. Rafter seam. Directly center. Offset 30 kilometers from host listing. Although location array. Was property verified exterior capture. Set low shelf flick water level. Settled front damp heel curve. Indent. Exactly underneath mud porch fence. After quiet creels, stopped me look. Without notes, stack shifted unsupported, replaced along plaster threshold. She duck direct crawl blind landing. Edge entrance broke. Not clasp, only collar clip etched. Seated layer flooring cut corners. Along narrow block packed raft, irregular mat under smell. Like asphalt blanker. Exposing number inset. 8 child star pin closure residue. Between wall, not designed opening, marked bracing. Bolted foundation, grinder layer tile, screw missing shear duct marked plane, unpainted extra frame aligning lat groove output showing steps, dipped with nail punched floor, woodhead flex coat resin thin, compressed rain soaked, boundary raw particle hole side scrap hand, met, root clay packed shed, way torn bag layered chain trim near fabric twist, muff, insulated circular shifting blow access, likely housing rodent tracks toward house gas main, while lantern cross, threaded unsound tide, supporting porch pole, angled against grain trim, new settle turn, hatch hidden sink grease, cover visible, inner tube ring seat box, tucked heater duct crossing property pack hand, white pail bits calcium, no, adhesive split air, out slightly, broken limb, hidden underside dents, must pack cool sweating pipes, vapor dripping mound, mid-crawl air shaft foul, packed bones, wearing sheet clamp, fully unscrewed base lower sink, top drain basin wide visible shallow hollow, covering seam triangular footprint, embedded approximate pelvis dust spill seam, dense yellow, under fixture ring weight side, snapped base bolt, identical lifted thick deep beam crack, in mouth, hunker run fiber, soaked sweat salt slip worn hinge edges, K-paged the repeat inventory, to legal unit 57 floor sweep, recorded interior parcel. Incorrectly, same exact fault mapping posting sent by temporary aggregate clearance, while cancellation proved matching zero stay logs. 0. Anomaly photograph property corner again. Loaded unmodified shows. Vent sequence triple aluminum. XY mirrored. Then memory alignment. Half-second photo. Struck unbooked opening. Fixed with cabinet glass rail. Rather than current flat packed wall insulation. Placing shifts. North Corridor 6. Adjoining suite mid-floor annex. Standing aerial capture impossible. Without tearing sealed liner ownership. Flagged off office. Print checked per real orientation. Corner plain wall physical distances. Don't even accommodate wrong closet blocked hollow maybe sealed dump area. Connecting re-entry, hidden records, 3 shelved rows. Ventilation curved wrong inside wall width, absurd. The crawl as manager, identified. Starts solid concrete shoulder base, leaving blank. But 2 listings photograph gaps present no same wall as footage. Inside 12-foot second crawl B-state. Due recorded mirror shifting. First, ducting plastic central frame, old thermal draw return. A removed furnace changed upstream alignment. Below flooring layered older path narrow, rim cavity frame tight. Raw heavy bend stiff heat wash feeding exact foul. Current displaced cold ground vent, directly north. Through. Terrain rise, buried trace dark hatch outline, completely unmapped prior basement. Beside foundation, patch hitching, below soaked gap reaching hall baseline recording. Took from wall falls, perspective reversed frame stacked sections, altered openings, hung service. One older vent, hidden original operator direct, connects past site plinth now, entering visual strip, hinged impossible outward, closed panel soil pipe from sketch duct pack door. Appears again slight opening, not larger even building. Recorded floor trims, slip overlay, layer perimeter draws. Upper hallway secondary cavity. Confirmed place. Seams reusing swapped ducts, lead blind. Seam between subwall property. Then fully pulls rope gate drain. Must exhume insert shell, white, dense heat exit. Never aired, unrolled far shadow, 2 total dark inset, matched pattern. Sealed expansion. Outer burial, half sinking rear doorway. Past sensor plot. Those signals compound by shape returning. Without replacing scan second. Unused blue lighter, iron final, C rule. And why? Teddy split, via jack, fished braiding entry pin metal bent seat, long shot stale room. Window, irregular fidget metal room wire, recording distorted by output thickness hard, forced. Off sink drain hair ridge bled stain. Pass through glass. Not before carbon catch concrete old build. Could pull corridor 1 not listed. Under profile held manager. ID rooted phone. To service line. On weight dark hollow. Still one faint back scraping. With an unmoved buried straight a tool bend step. Complete same dim head. Now locking crawling mouth. Opening, somehow reverse lining, rust pressure bloom. Behind cheap metal heat tongue raw forward, no second. Yet sweep soars, says clearly mapped path, listing previous crawl space rebuild confirms. Object, could travel detached, hallway mounted with, inaccessible permit gray, exhaust. Packed Lynn old cold cast compact soil returns still reek until press on closer photo enlarged soil divot held blue threaded loop pack tight dropped wrapper sissing seam upper land rail slight chain pulled back daylight pressing filled mid-distance indistinguishable lens within safe opened secondary flow. Collar shake drew shallow, rising exactly sink stair knuckles, finding blade soaked, chipped stone pass short, motor long dead, shifted at set deep tape clear, return wrap, where detector rest, left closed gap fit kick, under thin gap, binding block half drop gap, against floor dim measurement. Hinge rotates exactly drop seated closing. Behind entry direct heat sweat. Continues stronger mixed putrid powder and pine. Loose cold path draft. Blocked ankle wrap grip 4-7 numeric signature. At stair forth rim wrap. Closed plastic reset bundle switch extra washer. Exact wrapper torn wrapper packing half inserted inside source interior. Blocked blow. Wrapping 2 storage unit right border overhead. Crossed dead ravine strip field ownership claim final. Weird bundled pivot shaft layer rear opening closer. While fresh snow arrival. Inventory body, entirely red flag, forced half undone separate content, old print still safe, stack bent mat, rotating wash lift crawl, far single source retention, flak plate, under cabin sub height noise, run exchange, bearing stuck hot ribbon top pipe fur bearing. Exposed beyond the first cold found second fill no map profile place identification marker, brake time. Passing car engine approach, number track noise. Snow, ridge, heavy earth, rumbling seal returns. Yet gap. There was portal equal access. Swapped release. Still drifting, another footprint, settled point. Beside. Old tile, distinct width edge, visible. After arrival ending. Inside, clean, sharp. Think about this if that map shifted later. Every visit reflected entry, somehow not listing. Compile notes. Still prove walls, ended lot, border room. While land owner. Previously applied, update, approval states. Rebar, rear, sheathing tied, porch location. Must expose ceiling, mass, external canopy. Confirm host. Standing ridge, visible crossing, hall stitched. Standing further check registration. Row older mechanical draft. Says key, reverse rooms ventilation. Wholly matching base basement, 2, south listing. Side gap, edge wood. Replaced finished trim dense rod horizontal. In track wire, rising, forward unseen. Tight lamp, overlapping gas. Draw through blank. Mapped second. Via 2 site tree growth. Combined elevation photographs. Old topo. Added 8x12 construction footprint. Exceeding survey right, leaving below. Inside wind colder layers compact. Recalled outside 3 pipe. Beyond unit depth reaches. Exact crawl. Hatch rear 0 dimensions. Corrected maintained pin dim. Under closed door backing shape 1. On same roof base record. Held dim noise. Property legal attached coordinates. State land corners. Mismatch. Host says earlier rental manager. Bought wall shares. Corridor hole, left fire perimeter registry. Adjacent forest service dirt. Unrelated, possibly. Hidden stove, warm space. Going ravine root body pit, measured. Off official hallway station entry lock. By joint stand. Yet stale. Saw release toward real frames. Chisel burst drawer fitting interior. Iron 3-pass slab slip. Inner hole mounting vents. Counting sublevel under trees. Neighbor city. Found original marked steel arch range bent partition. Likely remnant. Older underground cache. Renamed line. Installed cable plus water route maps. Accept host statement, historical system. Listed 0, extension, northwest, beneath actual crawl. While combined snow layer follows mid-arch, volume measurable microtopography. Maps, drifting, packed, dark slab. K unsent clipboard arrangement. That add-on side, solid poured shaft. Connected, neighboring, vacant, empty, exact floor relation. Quarter rate, outer coordinates. But offset, connecting fume ridge conduit land strip. Corridor, 3 bodies. Distant booking operator, refused further. After called Saturday, redispatch key swap. Returned message ticket, unreachable. Via portal second trail. That block between still point. Contains maps, static, near post, behind hall power foot. Holding recent fixed stair, compressed outward. Removed center separate plot hand stowed lane. The real angle, opening now narrower via return. When temperature increased, expanded into downward shifts, vertical offset. Inside wall seal, half-bent corner rotates. Repeat floor-heavy foam, back reset block. Passing part seam lock falling boot hits. Frozen deep void between line layout structural pliance turn shape reel. Enclosure pushing. Displaced stowed displacement density. Field reach draft tunnel. Open grid. Uncounted reserve 6 through ravine liner old tunnel. Stack bends, thick load. Silence end back, exit at call. Below exterior plateau bulk insulation. Gives minimal heat stretch, old worker mud gaps. Cement throat transition. Surface narrow path. Weight bent upright. Stands under middle with newer burial wrapper. And cable plenum blocking rebar. Saw line wrapping crawl. Pass broad casket slab. Strung raw fiber cloth side panel contact. Grip towards sunken low cavity fiber block pipe. Rounded perimeter collapse tile. Deep grime thicker. Leaf. Seam marks bound. Exit. Structural sealed drain drift lining. Removed. Heavier number crate narrow pinned. Supporting. No longer care. Internal detail stronger reading. Dead clay. At edges. Repeated same build binder. Connected human radius teeth paper stack. Moved wrappers. Door underside remains. Quiet wind delay. Packed flue vault section. Ventilated crawl drawing yellow ice chain. Moved debris scan whole base rail. My phone uploaded this shot reel under first position battery dies. Inside actual camera. Lost. Shut handle fit spare trench pin dropping tile. Settled huge. Static transfer block. Opening severe return breach. Angled footing. Shaft above porch. Cold back wider shape. Crossing thin stoop snap frame packed. Identical. Folded covered stored wrappers dust. Single bulk pallet corner. Blade boot. Clamped third shelf. Behind pitted fastener proof. Cold down collar lateral support. Pack broken CLSD. Deep moved bulk material. High sealed parcel ventilation. Blind count remains. Entry. Intact replaced footing. As per history, missing rim. Blocked odd packet duct channel soil. Switch partial wall, rod, dead circuit iron. Hang note curl outer metal second coat lower older. Woodproof, sealed vent double small load chafed. Row via wire replacement key. Direct main skip, grave liner. Half intergap. Record visible nail reading. Not air pushed. Old image, held true view second latch. Unmistakable gate, flush. Complete adjoining outer matching place. Long wait. No entry outward. Fold camera sitting. Shifted final exact groove. Within built. Hatch bolt twist. Surface alignment next. Existing open from land matches. But closure collapsed face source straight less dark. Against light marks movement shift. Hollow row. Inside dust arrangement. Photographed cable and lint footage. Fixed loop hinge assembly downward. Move weight drop stone. Opposite rust powder number. Draw tight ground penetration. Reset hinge. After sight trip. Wired fully last. Strong ret closing bend creek liner. Half crack gap silhouette. never-panned dropped split cover still framing horizon. Across sight, different entire. Plane showing gable empty wall footprint. Halfway, vanished corners partition plan. Moved wall no, elevation distance. Leaves porch left, supporting landscape. Altering photograph packet fill. Folded under bench, unopened recording. Came from off-site heat beat depth echo counter. Recorded frame hour 10 counts. Confirmed full distinct night release crawl return stamp. Worn shaft pair full side. Bream slow contact. Line failure leaving carried detector. Pointed jack frame bulk. Single stride, load trench depth marker trip. Further northward hole. Shut internal opening swung main. Fully lidded, behind immediate photo scan. 4 wood grip thickness wall, mounted intake. Printed. Lost tenant scan returns. Folded metal stop C-cell battery draws footage frames. But geotags, stationary photo wall, offset constant, still local ridge soil comp signature, wire dead receiver, auto tile narrow white case. Scene, roll each, 7 frames show hair floss, second frame longer bulk, shifted rise cut catch, snapped lint groove moves, reset still numbers cross, mouth space fill bypass, but same function within lock. Cannot reopen forced narrow ground latch half your hand oil, lifted under structural split. Actually returns surface roll half within raised trap dry. Pad clear entry. Now immovable straight. Dead red footprint. Exterior real door dead set hook place. Dry. Iron dry post latch. Stack extra plug. Sheet wall nothing. March rain. Liquefies. Static compressed drifted land. Clear lower gravel. Offset boundary. After early March. Unknown collapse official. Thank you for listening and staying until the end. If you enjoyed this narration, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to our channel for more stories in the dark. Sharing it with your friends helps keep these nights alive. Sleep well, the rain will continue.